Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for being here today.
Well, you've played a lot of meaningful football games at this time of the year in your career. How much fun is it to have those meaningful games at this time, and what is key to also winning?
Well, it's a big moment at the end of the year when you're playing for something. You're being competitive. I think realistically, this is the time of year that you get ready and you want to be playing your best ball. So it's important. This time of year is really, it's the biggest. It's the next most important game. It usually all comes down to the ending, and then you move on from there. But all the big games are at the end.
But when you've got a guy like Joe Burrow on the other side, does that raise kind of your anticipation for the game or the need to score on offense, or kind of how do you approach that when you know they've got a high scoring unit on the other side?
Well, fortunately for me, I get to go against the defense, but it's fun playing against these quarterbacks, the MVP caliber quarterbacks who are playing really good this year, and he's having an awesome year. He's put together some great weeks here recently, but that's our defense. They get to go out there and handle that, and then it's up to us to go out there and score and kind of whatever match or do better than what they do. So I think ultimately it comes down to execution. He's going to have to play well. We're going to have to play well, and it's going to come down to which offense executes, scores the most points, stays on the field, helps their defense out. So it'll be fun to watch him.
Well, it's supposed to be a rainy game. You guys had a rainy game against the Jets earlier in the season. What would you learn from that maybe you can use for this game?
Well, we've, if you play football, you play in the rain, and, we're excited. I thought we ran the ball well against the Jets that day, so we're going to have to carry, that over, to have an open mindset, be willing to do whatever's working, and, we'll be able to handle the rain. We're professionals, and, they got to play in it too, so it's going to be good. It's going to be a good environment. It'll be fun.
Bo, you played against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase when they obviously had such a great year winning the title. When you saw them there, did you think that this is what their NFL careers might look like?
Yeah, they were very talented back in the day. You had Jefferson to that group too, and they're, one of the top offenses really to ever play. And that day at Auburn, we held them to their lowest scoring day, and we still lost. So, hopefully we can go out there. It's going to be a similar type game. They're professionals now. They're on to the next level. So are we. So it's cool to kind of follow their career, see where they are today. Obviously been, watching them because they've been doing really well in the league past couple of years. Great players, going to have a lot of success in their careers.
Patrick Surtain is having a historic season this year where he's shutting down some of the best wide receivers and quarterbacks. What has made you better going up against him every single day?
Well, he's, we knew from the get-go. I knew from the get-go he's a, elite player. He's elite at what he does on a daily basis. He, usually cuts one half of the field out for a quarterback. He's really having a Defensive Player of the Year caliber year, along with Nick. They're both, playing out of their minds right now, and both could probably, make argument for winning the whole thing. So, having Pat on our team is great. Having great players at what they do on your team, it just makes things easier, and it's fun to learn from those guys, compete with them every day. It's fun to see how he goes to work. He never misses practice. He's not a prima donna. He plays hard. He competes in practice. It means a lot to him, and that kind of carries off into the rest of the defense and onto the team. So that's why he's one of our captains.
Bo, are you a guy that holds the defensive back sometimes? What did you see on that play? Or, did I fool you?
Yeah. I've especially with Pat, we've had discussions before. He's a smart player, very football savvy, and that's around the league. So I want to learn, their instincts, what they're doing, why they did certain things. I'll never forget. It was they're in OTAs, I believe, going against Pat, and he almost crossed the entire field and cut an in cut, and he had to pass through a certain guy, and it was impressive hearing his explanation. He saw the hook player take his guy, so he had to go to the other hook, and he knew he had to trade responsibilities with the guy. And understanding that from a cornerback, you don't really hear that language much, and so that was impressive. And that's pretty much when I knew I was in the NFL, and everybody was kind of up to that standard, and it was impressive.
Well, what did you like about what Audric Estime did in his first career start there?
Yeah, he played well. I thought all the backs played well. We ran the ball very efficiently early on in the game. Made a few conversions in the passing game, pickups in blitz pressures, and they played well. We're excited to see them carry that over, and especially him.
Bo, during Christmas time, a big tradition is quarterbacks buying their offensive linemen gifts. Are you participating in that this year? And
well, I'm afraid if I don't participate, I'll be cut for the team. So yeah, I'm participating.
Have you given it to him yet?
No, it's going to be a surprise.
All right.
A few more for Bo. You guys obviously have had a couple tough losses throughout the year and responded really well, so you obviously had a couple extras to think about this one. But what have you seen that you like about your team, I guess, this week and kind of throughout the year that y'all have bounced back from these tough losses?
I think it's our ability to, not let one loss affect us. Don't let one team beat us twice. I think that's really important, especially in this league. You're going to play tough games. You're going to, lose tough games, and it's the response. I think that's critical, and especially for a team like ours who's young. We haven't made it to the playoffs in a while, and we have the ability to. So it's all about how we respond from the losses, and I think we've been able to do that well this year. So we got to, we experienced a loss last week. None of us are very excited about it, so we're excited to get back on the field. And it's just kind of that competitive mindset to where, you knock us down, but we immediately want to get back up and go another round. So, that's what we're looking at. We had a great practice today, very focused, very sharp, tough practice. So I expect us to respond in a good way, but I know they're going to play good themselves.